to deep left field. Hamilton back at the wall. Off the wall! Welcome to Boston, Darnell McDonald, the Red Sox newest hero.
All right, everybody, we are back. The Alex and Jeff Show, featuring Evan, is back. And today we are not featuring Alex and Evan, okay? But they're still alive and they're still here. But we are podcasting live from the basement of Chris Wyant's house. So we have Chris Wyant on the pod for a very special Red Sox podcast today. Chris, how are you?
I'm good. That makes me seem really weird. They're like a 26-year-old in their basement podcasting about the Red Sox.
Nothing weird about that.
Okay.
So we have a huge Red Sox podcast today. So this is the start of a mini-series, as I like to call it, where we will be doing the top 20 Red Sox regular season moments of the last 20 years.
I feel like we should also lament the point that like we're in like a Red Sox shrine right now. Like
Yes.
this basement, like you got the Trot Nixon Verizon reading poster, then you have Nomar and Veritek reading posters. Over there to your right, I know we'll give them the visual, but you got the showdown in Beantown from the Pedro Clemens game.
Oh.
Actually, no, that wasn't the Pedro Clemens game. That was just
April
a game
26, 2004.
Pedro Clemens was 2003.
I
Or
think so.
no, sorry. I'm insane. Pedro Clemens was 99. I don't know what that poster is then, but it's a showdown in B-Town on Fox. Then you got this thing up here. Zach likes that guy in the white shirt
Yeah.
in the Fenway picture. It's like a pano of Fenway. So we're talking about things you can't see, obviously, but we're in a Red Sox shrine. Then we got a Red Sox teddy bear in the chair right over there.
And there's lots of little Nomar figures all around,
Tons of Nomar figures.
which is fantastic.
Yeah, so that's where we are. Jeff called it my basement. It's really more of just a Red Sox shrine where my parents put all their collectibles.
Yes. So what we're doing is I've created a list, not the list of Jericho, the list of the top 20 Red Sox moments of the last 20 years, regular season only. We're big regular season fans. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the list, number 20, all the way through number 1. And Chris is going to react live with his thoughts and his reactions to them. We're going to do numbers 20 through 16, so we're going to do the first 5. And that will be the first part of our mini-series. Okay? So, but before we start that, really quick, I want to touch on some breaking MLB news. We've had some big free agent signings. First of all, down in New York, the enemy, Garrett Cole got paid. What do you think of Garrett Cole down in the Bronx?
I mean, they got the best pitcher. Like, do you want to sign anybody for 9 years? No, like I don't think that's ideal. You don't want to have Cole like when he's 37. Maybe he'll just be like Verlander and just be like, the elixir of life. But no, I think it's fine. I mean, it's a lot of money, but that's what you got to pay to get a guy like that. And Cole's been really good, and like nothing suggests that it's not sustainable. So like, I understand it. It makes perfect sense. His strikeout to walk ratio is nuts. He was great in Houston. You go into Yankee Stadium, his numbers will probably be similar. You're pitching in I don't know if the division, I don't know if I'd consider it better or worse, to be honest with you, because you're going to face the Orioles and Toronto and Tampa a lot, and those aren't the best lineups, and who knows what the Red Sox are going to have this year. Like, that's beside the point. So I think it's fine. It works just as well for them. sucks for the Red Sox, but that's what it is. He's a really good pitcher, and you got to pay that guy that kind of money to get him. I think it's smart for them. They just they're gonna face some draft pick compensation. The Yankees are, and some draft pick penalties and luxury tax penalties if they don't get under the luxury tax threshold now, though. So it'll be interesting to see what follows that, or whether or not they're just gonna accept the fact that they're gonna have to pay a lot of money. So we'll see.
Here's my question. Yeah, when the Yankees signed Randy Johnson, he kind of stunk.
Well, they didn't sign Randy Johnson when he was, what's Cole, 28, 29, 28?
Besides the point.
Okay.
When they signed Randy Johnson, he stunk. And he fought the cameraman in New York City. When they signed CC Sabathia, he was good, but he wasn't as good as he was for Cleveland and for Milwaukee. James Paxton stunk. A lot of the times they sign these big names, and they can't handle the heat. Now, Garrett Cole is a freak. He's an unbelievable pitcher. We're going to have to see if he can handle the big market in New York. Okay? We're going to see how he's going to do without the Astros pitching staff, because they are a phenomenal organization for pitchers. Smaller ballpark.
And hitters.
Yes. But that's a topic for a different day.
Okay.
So we'll see how Garrett Cole looks. So what's their rotation looking like? It's Cole.
Oh, it's really good.
Paxton.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the argument Severino when he's healthy. Germán's probably they have Happ kind of sitting there as well, and then Tanaka. So
yeah,
I think they're trying to offload Happ, but I don't know who's going to want to take Happ. Happ hasn't been great.
No, he's not great.
The Yankees are going to have to eat some of that salary if they want to get rid of him, and they might try because they have 6 starters for 5 spots now. Although I don't know what Germán's status is. He kind of got hit with the Me Too, so he's in a little bit of trouble.
Yikes!
And
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he didn't. He got suspended for the playoffs last year.
Oh. The
rumor, and I can't obviously say whether this did or didn't happen, but the rumor going around on Twitter is that he hit his girlfriend in front of somebody from the commissioner's office.
Yikes.
Which is not funny, obviously. It's not a funny act, but it's just really funny that he thought he could do it in front of Joe Torre or someone like that. So,
yikes. So Domingo's in some trouble.
Yeah, so I don't know if Happ could be their number 5 starter.
What about Jordan Montgomery?
Montgomery coming off, he came off Tommy John, right? He threw a little bit last year. He's a guy that could be a rebound candidate if you want to throw him in there, but I don't think he's going to get a chance in the rotation. I think he'll be more of a long relief, middle relief kind of guy if he makes the team.
So, all right, so we had Cole. Let's move on to the next one. This one I'm actually very excited about. Tony Rondon signing, getting big money to go out to L.A. To play with Trout and Albert and Ohtani. So, is Cole Calhoun still on the team?
Yeah.
Cole Calhoun.
Didn't he hit 33 bombs
yeah,
or something?
Cole Calhoun.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited because I think the more the Angels are relevant, the better it is for baseball. Oh, I think we have a guest calling in.
Can you hold this for 1 second?
Sure.
This is an important one.
Oh.
Hello?
Okay, and we are back.
Very important phone call.
Very important phone call.
Kristen wanted to tell me she was stuck on the Mass Pike.
Yikes.
I have to take that one.
That's okay, and I think we're going to, we'll probably mention some more of Kristen later when we talk about the closing of the legendary baseball tavern and the Memorial 5K that we're putting on.
Yeah. What are we raising money for? We'll talk about that story.
We'll talk about that later.
That's a good one.
Anyway, the Angels, who are in the outfield, some might say. I think they just yes. I think they just need some pitching. I mean, Ohtani's supposedly going to be pitching again, but
I don't know how much I would trust Ohtani pitching. I think he's got talent to be really good. The whole thing with the arm is a little nervy. The fact he was hitting last year, I don't know. Ohtani could be really good. I think Haney's the guy that's really going to break out this year. If you're talking about their pitching's definitely a little suspect, but the lineup will be there. And Rendon's batted ball profile is great. I mean, he hits the ball hard everywhere. He uses a lot of the field. He's a monster.
He is, and he's been very under the radar, obviously, until this playoff run. I've heard rumors that he doesn't even like baseball. He's like, he thinks baseball's like boring.
Well, that'd be like Andre Agassi with tennis, right?
He didn't like tennis.
Yeah, he hated tennis.
I was an Agassi guy.
I
Not a
loved
Sampras guy.
Agassi. Agassi got me into tennis because I got into tennis when he was playing in the his final U.S. Open. I want to say it was like 2007 or something, 2006 or 2007. If he doesn't like baseball, I mean, if you can make $245 million doing something, you might want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know who wouldn't like baseball though.
That's right.
These damn millennials.
Yeah, like Anthony Rendon. Anyway, so Angels will be interesting. It would be fantastic to have. Has Trout ever been in the playoffs?
No, Trout has never been in a playoff before, which is kind of sad.
When did he enter? 2010.
He's 27 now. Yeah, so, I think 7 or 8 years.
Wow.
I don't think he's been in the playoffs.
I know he doesn't have a playoff win. I don't know if they've lost in the first round. I don't remember them.
No, I don't think he's ever made the playoffs before.
No. So
we can fact check that.
It would be awesome to have him in the playoffs because the Angels are a blast to watch. Like I saw them this year at Fenway. We got to see Pujols. I saw Pujols's. I think it was. Does he have 500 or 600 home runs?
Oh God, I mean he's ancient.
I think
it's close to 6.
I either saw his like 501st or I think I saw his 601st home run. So that was cool.
Because he's the guy. Like he's the guy. Along with Griffey, I think you could say if they were ever completely healthy. Yeah. Or Pujols obviously has just been kind of sputtering the last a long time. That Angels contract was an albatross for them. But yeah, he's definitely up there. And you always wonder if he had stayed healthy in his foot. He had all those plantar fasciitis problems.
I got that.
Like that. Does it hurt?
It hurts.
It hurts. You heard it here first.
Maybe that's what the 5K could be for. Plantar fasciitis awareness.
That's how you pronounce it. Okay.
Oh, never mind. He does. Okay, so he has 656 home runs. So I saw his 651st.
Do you think that he has a chance of catching Bonds?
Pujols? So what, he's gonna hit like 100 more?
How old is he right now?
He's 39.
He doesn't have a chance of catching Bonds.
But I believe he hit like 20-something home runs last year.
He would have to hit 25 over the next 4 years and play till he's like 43.
Yeah, he hit 23 homers last year.
So I think he can catch Ruth. Maybe. Ruth was 714, right?
So, I mean, can Pujols hit 700 home runs? So let's do some math.
I think he could hit 700 home runs. I think he could get there.
He's got, what, 44 to go?
I also have a feeling...
That's actually very interesting.
How many more years does he have his contract?
That's what I was thinking.
He's got, we're going down a wormhole right now.
This is a great wormhole. Yeah.
People forget how good he was with the Cardinals. Then he signed that huge deal with the Angels and just took a tumble.
Yeah.
It was kind of sad if you think about it, but still a good player.
Yeah, he's been serviceable enough where he's gonna hit 20 home runs for the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's a beast. 6-time Silver Slugger, 2-time home run leader, NLCS MVP.
I don't think he was named in the Mitchell report. That should be.
Yeah, 3-time NL MVP, 05, 08, and 09, and he's got 2 World Series. He's a clearly first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, back to the main point. They have the lineup. The Angels
need some pitching. You think they'll sign any? Do they?
They're looking at Ryu and Keuchel. I'm not really. Ryu's a guy that appeals to me a little more than Keuchel. I've never been a Keuchel guy. I just don't think Keuchel's, other than that aberration of a year he had with Houston, I don't really think Keuchel's anything special. His peripherals don't suggest that. So I don't know. You might see them make a play on Ryu.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, Bumgarner obviously. I think Bumgarner was probably on their list, but all these free agent guys, Cole signed, and now you're looking at Ryu, Bumgarner, who went to Arizona. You're looking at Keuchel. They're just arms I'm not that excited about.
Yeah.
They're
who else is left? Is Zach Wheeler still available?
Wheeler signed a huge deal with Philly. His peripherals say he should be better than what he is, but after so long, you kind of wonder if that's actually a thing.
Yeah.
So he's always been somebody that's underperformed given the way he throws the ball. There's not really a ton of guys. We got Martin Perez. I would have taken one of those guys over Martin Perez, but
yeah,
Actually, Alex commented on your post.
He did. So this could be a good. We could transition to the Red Sox really quick and talk about what they've done, or more what they haven't done, / what they might do with a certain guy who won the MVP a couple years ago.
Yes.
Named Mookie Betts. I'm not talking Mo Vaughn. I'm talking Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Remember when he won the World Series?
Do you think that there's any chance that they sign him to an extension whatsoever this year, or not this year because I don't think he wants to negotiate this year. Is there any chance they sign him if he hits free agency and they don't trade him?
You know, I think there is a chance that they would. I don't know much about our new GM. Chaim?
2 Chains?
Chaim.
Okay.
However, if they did give him a monster deal, I would be happy because it's incredible to watch Mookie Betts play. But just what we talked about with Pujols, the history of these huge MLB contracts, they never end well. A-Rod, Pujols, who else? I don't know. Other these massive deals. The players like Miguel Cabrera, they peter off towards the last 3 or 4 years of the contracts.
You sign these contracts knowing that's probably what's going to happen, right? I think that's
you're front loading all that money.
If you're the Yankees, though, if you get 6 good years of Garrett Cole and you win 1 or 2 World Series, you have to just accept the fact that I'm gonna, maybe his performance is gonna dip.
Yeah.
But you're gonna be okay with it.
Yeah.
And that's what these deals are. These deals are literally you're paying out extra years to have the service now.
Mm-hmm.
So with Mookie, if you sign Mookie to a 10-year, $380 million deal, I'm not expecting Mookie to be the same player in year 9 as he is in year 2 of that deal.
How old is he currently? 27?
26, 27.
So it's interesting because, he would only be at the end of it 30. It's not like he's 30 right now and, he'd be 40. So
yeah, and he's not. He's obviously a guy that's gonna steal a lot of bags for you. Speed's a big part of his game. Those are the kind of guys you worry about signing, honestly, more than anything. I think you've seen guys hit. Yeah. When they get a lot older.
Yeah.
I don't know if Beltran's the best example, but he's a good hitter for a long time.
Yeah.
Ortiz obviously was productive till he was, 40 or whatever he played till. It seems like the guys that use their legs are the ones that tend to break down a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Ellsbury is a prime example of that. Look at what happened to him. Mookie's such a pure hitter. I don't know if that really matters. It's just you're probably not going to get the full complement of Mookie Betts at 37 as you are in year 1 of the deal. When you sign him, I hope the Red Sox sign him. I think I think you want to take care of your own guys.
Yeah.
You're probably going to overpay if you want to sign him. Just like anybody's overpaying. The Yankees overpaid for Cole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares? He's the best pitcher in baseball. You can get over that. Red Sox probably have to do that to sign him. I don't think they're going to. And I don't know how feasible it is that they trade him this offseason either, because I don't know if they're going to get the package they want.
Yeah.
They might try and wait till the deadline and try to see what's out there as a rental.
Yeah, that would be fascinating if a team, the Diamondbacks, the Angels, the Dodgers, some team just rented him for 3 months and said, we're gonna win a World Series with you.
But if you think about that, does it make a ton of sense for a team to sign him that's not really knowing if he's going to extend with him?
No, not at all.
I think the only way that a team's going to put together a package that the Red Sox are going to want to get rid of him, is if there's a contract extension in place. And I don't think Mookie has any intention of signing. I think Mookie knows Mookie's in a good spot because he could have a down year and he's still going to get paid a lot based on past merits. So,
yep.
Unless he goes out and has a career-threatening injury, he's going to make a ton of money in free agency. So he's sitting here thinking, what's the risk of not signing an extension now? I don't blame him.
All right, so we'll have to see what happens with Mookie, but I think it is time where we transition into the list.
Do you have the list written?
I have it written, but it's in my head because I don't want you to see the list because I want you to have to react naturally.
It is or isn't written somewhere?
It's written.
Where?
It's been wrote.
Okay, where's the list currently reside?
Probably in my bed somewhere.
Okay.
where I was doing this.
Okay.
So,
That's good to know.
so what we're going to be doing is talking about the top 20 regular season moments of the last 20 years. Okay. So, before we go into this, I gotta make a shout out to some of my favorite moments that were not these huge memorable moments. But the first one, and we already have talked about it, not the one that you're thinking, but we talked about it off air, was when we went to a game, I think 3 years ago now. Drew Pomerantz, first pitch to Tim Anderson.
I think that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago? A 550-foot bomb on the first pitch of the game. It was like one of the furthest hit home runs I've ever seen live, and it was just pretty hilarious. It was like, all right, time to go home.
You know what the worst part about that is we only remember that and don't remember Pomerantz went like 6 innings and gave up 1 run.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think you're right. I think it might have been 3 years ago because that was when he was good.
Yeah. That. The other thing we need to discuss is the Kristen Coyne sprint during a... who did we see them play that game? I literally don't remember.
It was
Was
Baltimore.
it the Blue Baltimore? Okay, we saw.
Remember they imploded in the
Oh,
seventh.
yeah,
They
yeah,
were,
yeah.
10 runs
Yeah.
in an afternoon game.
Yep.
That's a story that probably needs some explaining.
Yes, I think you're the one to explain it.
Okay, so my girlfriend was meeting Jeff and his girlfriend and I
And Norm.
I was not gonna forget Norm.
Shout out Norm.
At the baseball tavern, R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Yeah, that sucks.
That does suck. And apparently she was running late. She had
But
just
not
parked
really.
the car. Not like actually like
Because
maybe
we were
like,
there like a good hour and a half before the game started to
so
eat.
like she was maybe running like 15 minutes late. So I'm like, okay, 15 minutes, whatever, big deal. You're fine. And instead of asking me whether I'd be upset if she was late or not, which I wouldn't have been upset about, and I don't know why she thought I would be upset about that, she decided to run. I don't want to say sprint, but like run all the way down Brookline to get to the baseball tavern.
It's probably, what was
like,
it, a good mile and a half, 2 miles?
Like over a mile. And like a warm day in jeans, and like she like shows up at the baseball tavern like drenched, and we're like, "Did you just jump in a pool?" Like, and she's like, "No, I just ran here. I thought you guys would be mad that you'd be mad, but she's like, I thought you'd be mad that I was late." And I was like, "No, could care less. Like, we're sitting at baseball tavern. I have an Angry Orchard in my hand. I'm happy." Like,
I appreciated the effort to get to my surprise birthday party, which was kind of planned by me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're gonna host a memorial 5K to commemorate that event.
In benefit of plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, plantar fasciitis awareness.
Okay.
All right, so let's transition to the list. Are you ready?
Ready as
okay. We're starting. So the first moment on this list is a huge moment.
Number 20?
Number 20.
Okay.
And it's just going to tell you how huge this list is. Okay. We're starting off number 20. We're going to 2008.
I might not even remember this.
Red Sox. You'll remember it. Red Sox, Rays. James Shield on the mound. Coco Crisp at the plate. Hits Coco. Coco charges the mound. Dodges the punch. Throws a punch. And mayhem ensues. So the first memorable, greatest moment is the Coco Crisp brawl.
I do remember that. Yeah, like, so he dodged the punch, but, like, didn't really do anything afterwards. Like,
yeah, he dodged the punch, and then he threw one. And then he kind of hit him on, like, the back of the shoulder.
And then I think, like, the first baseman clotheslined him. I don't know who it was. Was it, like, Casey Kotchman?
No, no. So here's the thing, and I've watched this video very recently, so this is why I know this. I'm a huge Johnny Gomes fan, but not a good look for Johnny Gomes here. Johnny Gomes comes in, and he's sucker punching Coco at the bottom of the pile. Akinori Iwamura comes in. He starts punching him. And then Carl Crawford sprints in from the outfield, starts punching him. And you know who was the first one into the pile for the Red Sox?
Let me guess.
It's very surprising. At least from what I remember.
In 2008? I wish we had Carl Everett. That better be on the list, by the way, the headbutt. I have no idea who it would be.
It was Ellsbury.
Ellsbury?
He didn't do anything, but he was the first one there.
Yeah, he was there.
He's pulling back on, like, the jerseys, and they're still just fighting. But another hilarious thing from it is like Julio Lugo like sprints out there and like he's like holding this guy back who has like nothing to do with the fight, and it's like, Julio, what are you doing?
Well, it's like hockey. Like if you look at a hockey fight, like a brawl happens and there's like maybe like 4 to 6 guys that are like going off, and then there's like the other 4 that are like the pacifists that are like, hey, we're just gonna hold each other and not really like do anything.
And that was Julio.
We're just gonna like cancel out the numbers so that you can't go after my guy. Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite things about this is like there's like a huge pile up for a couple minutes, and then Coco Chris comes out of the pile, no helmet, cornrows, unbuttoned jersey, and he does this like shoulder shrug like he is the king of the world, and it is unbelievable, and the crowd goes nuts for him. So
people loved Coco. Based like he wasn't like great for the Red Sox. Let's just put it like bluntly. He was like below average, but he was like such a personality that people liked him. And he wasn't he like an all-star in Oakland? He left.
He was good in Oakland.
Yeah, he was really good in Oakland.
You know what? He was never an all-star because, and the only reason I know this is because I wrote a blog about the greatest Red Sox team to never make all-stars. But I noticed he was like 10th in MVP votes or something like that, but wasn't an all-star. Like, it was like he had a random year where he was really good.
Devers wasn't an all-star this year.
True.
Right? Like, so you never know. A lot of games after after the all-star break.
Yeah. So that's moment 20, and that 08 team went on to win the pennant in the AL.
Yeah, and then the Rays got him back because David Price showed up.
Yep.
That's right, yeah.
Exactly. So number 20. So we're going to move on to number 19. Okay. Number 19 is a historic moment. We're going all the way back to 2002.
Just the headbutt?
Not the headbutt. Derek Lowe, no hits. A lot of Tampa Bay Rays. Derek Lowe no hits the Tampa Bay Rays. 2002.
I didn't even watch this game.
Oh, so I remember.
I obviously know.
I watched this game. I was in New York for a family wedding. So I'm like, I'm 8 years old. It's like 2002, so there's like there's no smartphones. Somehow we heard, Derek Lowe has a no-hitter in like the 6th or 7th inning. We all went into the gym in the hotel to like watch the little TV, and we watched Derek Lowe throw a no-hitter.
I remember where I was for this one. I hope this is where I was. Yep. Actually, I don't know. I think I was at my buddy Tyler's house.
Shout out Tyler.
In 2002, I was like 9 years old, like playing like Dragon Ball Z on the PlayStation,
nice.
And like not watching the Red Sox, which was probably a mistake. That is an interesting game. I kind of forgot that he threw a no-hitter in 2002, to be honest with you.
I want to show you. I'm going to read you the Tampa Bay Rays lineup.
All right.
It's bad. Okay. Jason Tyner.
I remember him.
Randy Wynn.
I don't really remember him.
Batting third, Steve Cox.
I have no idea who he is.
Batting fourth, Toby Hall.
I remember Toby Hall.
Batting fourth, fifth, Ben Grieve.
Ben Grieve wasn't like a horrible hitter.
Batting sixth, Greg Vaughn.
Oh, I remember Greg Vaughn.
Playing second base, Brett Abernathy.
I remember him because of that name. He was like Jeff Fry.
Yes.
That is comparable.
Third base was Russ Johnson.
I don't know.
And their shortstop was Felix Escalona. No idea who that is.
I don't remember him. I'm looking at the pictures. I remember Jorge Sosa. I remember Victor Zambrano, obviously.
Victor Zambrano pitched this game.
And I don't remember any of the others.
But now look at the Red Sox lineup, because this lineup was like a low-key goon lineup. Leading off, Ricky Henderson. Forgot he played for the Red Sox, and he hit a home run this game.
Did he steal any bases?
No, I don't think so.
He wasn't running.
He was probably like 40.
Oh boy.
Jose Offerman.
Felon Jose Offerman attacked
a guy with a bat.
Bridgeport Bluefish. That's where he attacked him. The police arrested him on the spot.
You can't do that, Jose.
No.
Nomar.
Great.
Manny.
Great.
Brian Daubach.
Ooh.
Shea Hillenbrand. Veritek. Nixon. Ray Sanchez.
Ray Sanchez, man. That's way back.
So the last play of this game is a ground ball to second base, and it's like ground ball Sanchez. I thought they were talking about Freddie Sanchez.
Yeah, Freddie Sanchez is the one you think of more than Ray Sanchez. I don't really think of Ray Sanchez very much.
Are they related?
Maybe. I have no idea. That's a good moment. I've never actually seen that game. I'm gonna sneeze in a minute. Excuse me. Anyways.
Yeah. So that's our no-hitter, number 19. Okay, number 18. This is a great moment. A wild moment. 2006. A weird year for the Red Sox. I think that was like the David Wells year.
Oh.
2006.
Poker stars.
Patriots Day.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Mark Loretta,
Yeah, I know where this is
walk-off home run. Off Everyday Eddie.
Patriots Day.
Remember Eddie Gordado?
Everyday Eddie, yes. Of course I do.
But yeah, Mark Loretta hits a walk-off.
Right in the first row of the monster seats.
Yep.
Against Seattle, you said?
Yep,
Yeah.
Against Seattle.
I remember that.
It,
I was at my grandparents watching that one.
and that's why, like, I love these moments because, like, you kind of remember, like, these weird memories from them. Like, oh, I was with my grandparents, or...
You know what I find really funny about this?
What's
before
that?
you play it, is look when they uploaded that, MLB. MLB uploaded... So MLB... of all the things MLB could be doing with their, like, time...
Yeah.
With their social media content, YouTube content, they decide on October 10th, 2018, to go back in the archives and upload a video of Mark Loretta hitting a walk-off home run in April 2006.
That's what they want to do.
How about MLB? Yeah.
Now,
This game's not boring.
so I watched this video, but the comments on this video are legendary. I'm gonna read you some of the comments live on air here. Okay. My favorite thing. Okay, right here. This guy, Peter Lanana, a year ago. Okay, so again in 2018. So what was that? 12 years ago?
12 years ago. 13.
I mean, sorry, it was 12 years ago
when this was
when this
uploaded.
happened. Yes. The best part of this year's postseason, so the 2018 postseason, the Red Sox, Astros, Brewers, and Dodgers are the only team left, and Loretta has played for all of them. It's the MLCS, Mark Loretta Championship Series. And then this other guy commented, greatest comment ever. Congratulations, sir.
And his name is Chocolate Flat-Nosed Freak Show.
Yep.
Good name.
Now this other comment is nuts.
Okay.
So our gamer freak. This was the first Red Sox game I ever watched. I walked downstairs and my parents were watching. I hated sports and baseball. Sat down and watched it. Instant diehard Red Sox baseball fan. Have watched almost every game since.
If you had to, like, name me 5 players, like, or name me a player who would be least likely to make somebody enjoy baseball, like, Mark Loretta would be, like, the least likely person that I could think of for that.
It's hilarious. It's like, oh man, I love the 04 team. Oh, like, I love David Ortiz. No. Mark Loretta.
That's the guy, man.
From there I was hooked.
Was he here 2 years? Was he here? Or 1 year?
One season.
1 year, yeah.
Good player. Solid player. For, like, you had, like, a 15-year career.
Tony Graffanino was better.
Tony Graffanino was better.
Just kidding.
Loretta took a lot of his playing time, I think.
I think he did, too.
So, that's our number 18.
All right.
17. This was a game and this was the only game on the list that I was there for in person. 2007. Fenway Park. Daisuke Matsuzaka. Home debut versus the Mariners. Daisuke versus Ichiro. First time in a major league ballpark. It was wild. There was Japanese media everywhere. The crowd was electric, and it was just like a historic and huge moment. Now, looking back on it, because of, I would say overall Daisuke was not a success in the major leagues. He had a couple good years.
I think you could debate that, but yeah,
Just-
he wasn't what people thought he would be.
That moment at that time was huge, and it was just a wild moment. A note from that game, Felix Hernandez was the other pitcher and threw like 7 no-hit innings until J.D. Drew broke it up.
Was that?
And they lost. The Red Sox lost.
If you can pull up the box score from that, I'm trying to remember. I think I might have been there as well.
Oh.
I've been to so many games.
Yes,
Man,
you've been to a lot of
can't,
games.
Like, some of these games, you remember most of them. While you're looking up that box score, everybody that says that Daisuke wasn't a success, like, he wasn't what they thought they were getting. But I mean, look at his 2007 year. I know he gave you 5 innings to start. Like he couldn't get through after the fifth, but he was really good.
Did he have 20 wins? Like 17 wins
I
or
think he had
something?
like 18. I don't remember for certain, but another one like 2007. It happens, and they're uploading it in 2014.
He won a World Series game.
April 11th. No, I wasn't there. I don't think. But when he came to the Red Sox, it was like if he pitched, it was nuts.
Yeah.
Like it was honestly, Daisuke was the closest thing I think you could get to what Pedro was in terms of just like the excitement if a guy was taking the mound that first year.
Yeah.
Obviously, the luster wore off after he kind of struggled a little bit, and he was here for a while. But like that 2007 year, like Daisuke, every time he took the mound, it was just like
It was electric.
oh yeah, and like in the Asian population in the crowd was massive, and like it was really exciting. It's a lot like Pedro when he was pitching. It was really cool. I don't really remember many specifics from his first game, but if he was facing Felix Hernandez, he said that's pretty good. That's got to be a good time.
Yeah, no, and I think it doesn't necessarily age as well as some of these other ones, but it like in the moment it was like, oh my god, this is huge. And he won a World Series game.
Oh yeah, and I think that the whole narrative on Daisuke, not that anybody really reflects on it too much, is, when they reflect on it, I think it's the wrong narrative. Like he was good. He struggled after a while. It's hard. He went from throwing every 6th day to every 5th day. The adjustment coming from Japan to America is tough.
Yeah.
As it is, let alone like now you got to worry about all these things you're doing with your preparation and your arm. And I thought he was fine. I really enjoyed watching Daisuke pitch. I thought it was a fun time for Boston. I don't think we'll ever like get that feel back that the Red Sox had like 2004 to 2009.
Yeah. I feel like I saw a little bit of it for some Chris Sale starts.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he, besides from Daisuke, though, like, there was that stretch where it's like, you had the Lesters and the Becketts, but that wasn't like, I gotta make sure I watch that. I felt like a little bit with Sale.
I never felt like it was a buzz. The thing I always felt with Beckett was just like, okay, he's going to be really good this time he goes when he was pitching with us. And with Lester, it was like, that's our guy.
Yeah.
Because, like, he went through all the cancer stuff, and, like, he was here for a while. And, like, that should have been signed by the Red Sox, obviously, looking back on it. Like, that was the way I felt.
Yeah.
I felt like Daisuke and Pedro, it was just, like, woof, like, electric. Like,
yeah.
Like, I never saw anything like that. Sale, you're excited to see him pitch.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was just saying, I don't know if like the Red Sox will get back to that hype of 0409. Do you remember the virtual waiting room?
Oh yeah, to get tickets. Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Like, I never thought that a day would come where I could get tickets without waiting in the virtual waiting room.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in that thing for hours when tickets would go on sale. Like, the day you would circle the calendar.
Yeah.
And like for us, we had the tickets but we'd always like to get like a weekday game or something. We'd always circle that date when you could go on and get tickets. Man, that brings you back. The virtual waiting room. But I don't really remember that Daisuke game too much, to be honest with you. But it's a good one.
Yeah, and I think a big reason why I put it on was because I was there. So it was like, wow, I just like remember all the Japanese people there and all the Japanese media, and it was cool. It's like I love the Japanese baseball culture. It's awesome. It's like very much more animated than like the American culture.
Oh yeah, we could use that. Yeah, we could really use that here.
All right. So our final one today.
Okay.
Number 16. This is one of my favorite ones on the list. We're going to 2001.
Wait a minute, hold on. You can't say it was one of your favorites on the list if it was only 16.
Okay.
So you had 15 other, like, more favorites.
Yes. Well, I tried to be more objective with it.
Okay, fair.
So this is why this is one I was like, okay, I was rooting that I feel like I can justify this one being on the list. Going to 2001. We're also going north of the border. We're going to Toronto. Chris Carpenter on the mound throws an absolute hanger of a curveball to Manny Ramirez.
Oh, he hits it like the 19th deck.
Manny Ramirez hits it into literally the 5th deck at the Sky Dome.
Did they have StatCast back then?
No, it was estimated to be 491 feet.
491.
I think it was further, but he obliterated this ball, and I think it's the furthest home run he hit at, or I think it was the furthest ball ever hit against Toronto.
Oh, in the Sky Dome?
In the Sky Dome.
I was going to say, I saw him hit one further than that.
Oh, in Baltimore.
No, at Fenway.
Oh, at Fenway?
I don't know if you remember this.
I don't remember.
Now I'm like usurping your...
No.
Okay.
No, this is why I wanted your live reactions.
It was a 5 o'clock game. I want you to look it up right now.
Okay.
Look up Manny Ramirez, 501 foot home run.
Okay.
Now, Manny hits this ball. It's a 5 o'clock game. I think, I want to say they were playing Detroit. Or maybe it was Toronto. I don't really remember. But he hits this ball. Oh, yeah, go down there. He hits this ball, and it's just a rocket. And my dad and I are sitting on the first base side.
Uh-huh.
And this thing, I kid you not, kept going up.
Do you think it's this video?
Maybe.
Because this is the one I was talking about right here.
Yeah, no, I remember the Sky Dome one. Go up top and look at that one right there. This might be the game. Is it against Detroit?
No, this is also against Toronto, but at home.
Yeah, it was like a 5 o'clock game.
Oh, here's an ad.
No. Do that?
Free advertisement.
His last home run was
this
on
is the
June
one.
8th.
So he hits this ball, and it's just going straight up. And I'm like, whoa, he hit that
That's
a long
15
way.
days
And then it
ago.
just hits the light tower.
Off the Phillies, Randy Wolf.
No, that's not it.
He hits
Because it
that
goes to
in the
left.
air in center field and pretty well
So they said
hit it up into
this
the
video is him
breeze
hitting
and
two.
going and gone.
Try and pause it for a minute. Go on the internet and just look up Manny Ramirez 501 foot home run, like on Google. But anyways, he hits this ball. It's just going up. And I'm like, when is this thing going to come down? And it just doesn't. It hits the light tower as it's going up. And when he hit the home run, it was shortly after Ted Williams had died. So I think it might have been 2000, to be honest.
Manny Ramirez, home run 5-0. Oh, that's home run 5-0.
So anyways, he hits this ball. And it just... They said it was going to go further than Ted Williams' home run.
Wow.
Like, it was projected to go further. But in deference to Ted Williams, and like he had just died, he only hit 501. Here it is. Oh, maybe that was the game. Was it Yeah, that was the game. If you go back to that video, the second one. So
he hit two monsters that game.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, it was a 5 o'clock game. They're playing Toronto.
Oh.
I've never seen anyone hit a ball further. Like, it was going up, and it just hit the light tower. I swear to God it would hit the pike.
So you're saying he hit it up to Ted Williams in heaven?
Essentially, and then the light tower got in the way. But Manny did this. Like, Manny would do these things like he did at the Sky Dome, where he hits the ball for like 491 into the fifth deck, and nobody's there to get it.
Manny destroyed the Blue Jays.
Yes.
Like, he used to, like, literally hit a home run every time he played the Blue Jays. All right, so here's the first home run.
So I used to
I'm gonna
get
fast
The
forward.
Red Sox have done better this year against lefties.
Shout out Sean McDonald.
Largely because of the Ramirez. Manny
this
hits
one.
one
Yes.
off that
All right,
fleet
here we go.
sign. Third base balloting. Manny hits one high and deep to left. Another mammoth home run.
Dang.
Off the light tower.
Yeah, that's the-
Dang.
So I think it hit above the Coke bottles.
You think it ever would have stopped? Or it just kept going forever?
I don't know. It could've, like, that's the thing. Like, maybe it gets out of the...
Who is this scrub that he hit it off?
I have no idea.
First one was estimated at
But-
400 and
Let's see his name.
501.
Mammering home run off that fleet sign.
Let's see.
Third base ballot.
I don't
No,
even know who that is.
that's the other guy.
Oh.
Manny hits
Maybe-
one
maybe
high
that's
and
not.
deep
I
to
don't know
left.
who that
Another
is.
mammoth.
So, long story short, Manny used to hit bombs.
So that home run would be on my list.
Yeah.
If I was there.
I remember the Blue Jays one because I always well, I guess they were both against the Blue Jays, but I love the fact that it's like the fifth row in the Sky Dome.
Yeah.
Like, why are you playing baseball in the Sky Dome in Canada?
Have you ever gone to the Sky Dome before?
I've been to Rogers Center.
Right, same thing.
Is it okay? Yeah, I've been to the Rogers Center.
Big place.
Big place. It's kind of weird.
He just hits the fifth deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a ridiculous home run. But I'll never forget that one that I was just showing you, the 501 foot home run.
Yeah.
My dad and I were just like, oh my god. and you know what was funny is like they never really like recognized it. And
Yeah.
then one day I'm giving a tour at Fenway and I see this plaque right next to the light tower, right on the light tower that says like this is the the plaque actually recognizes the fact that the home run only went 501 feet, but would have likely traveled further.
Interesting.
And that the measurement was made in deference to Ted Williams dying and getting his head cut off by his son.
Yikes.
You know, and maybe he'll come back to life someday.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, Manny is good for quite a few moonshots.
Yeah, Manny was good. Maybe a little steroids, but like it's fine.
Who didn't?
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Who didn't? Yeah. All right. So that is 20 through 16. So at this point right here, we're gonna take a pause and we're gonna take a break. Next time we come back for episode 2 of our mini series, we're gonna do numbers 15 through 10.
15 through 11.
15 through 11. Correct. So there you have it. So to recap, we had the Coco Chris brawl, Derek Lowe no-hitter, Mark Loretta walk-off, Dice K debut, and the Manny Ramirez moonshot. So, I don't know, any final thoughts? How do you feel about that list?
Oh, it's a good list.
It's hard to tell when you don't know all of it.
It's very hard to quantify.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some. I won't not gonna lie. There were some games that like I just don't really remember the low one. Obviously, just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
But, like, there are a lot of good games. I could give you. I'm sure there's more than 20 that you could just be like.
Well, I want to hear what you think I left off the list when we get the whole list.
I'd love to comment on that. I don't know if I'll have any qualms with it. It's just like again, it's so hard to quantify, right? But that would be a good opportunity. I'd love to take a look at it.
So, let's do some math here.
Okay.
162
Times 20.
times 20.
It's 3240.
It's a lot of baseball games.
Yeah, 3,240
It's a
regular
lot of
season
baseball
games.
games.
And I don't think.
We're only doing regular season.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a playoff, and then maybe we'll do a spring training top 20 moments.
Spring training top 20 moments? No, thank you.
That would be.
That's getting a little deep.
That'd be nuts.
I'm good on that one, but no, this was fun. I now remember that Toby Hall was a major league hitter. That was a good time.
A lot of these moments happen against the Rays.
Well, yeah, you play them 18 times a year. Yeah, I guess they're bound to, right?
And they have stunk for a while.
We also have some bad moments against the Rays.
We do have some bad moments against the Rays.
Yes.
But, all right, well, I think there you have it. It's good to be back on the air, and we'll be back for our next episode 2 of our mini-series. So, get ready for it. Goodbye.